Waar is jy? Hier is ek. Joe, sluk jy of spoeg jy uit?
Maar ons is mos slim. Ons het nie maar
Ons is mooi, Joe.
ons is ja.
Dis 'n lekker oorgetrekte dag. Nee, kan ons asseblief oorbegin? En rooi druiwe maak rooi wyn en wit druiwe.
Nee,
Okay.
alle druiwe is wit. Het is net die peel wat rooi is.
Die wat is rooi?
Vandat jy 'n bottel wyn oopmaak tot jy hom drink het, hoe lank staan hy?
2 sekondes.
Exactly.
Joe, sluk jy of spoeg jy uit?
Op 'n Vrydagoggend. Henriet, Bachus is 'n duur menaar. So ek sluk soveel as moontlik.
Maar hy's 'n geduldige menaar, Bachus.
Bachus is 'n
En 'n goeie luisteraar,
Man,
Bachus.
weet jy nie, hoe meer jy sluk, hoe beter luister Bachus.
En hoe slimmer raak jy?
Natuurlik, maar ons is mos slim. Ons het nie maar
Ons is mooi, Joe.
ons is ja. Baie welkom by Klets Uitspeel die Uiteindelik. We are back. Stay with us. Ons gaan jou plekke vat.
Looks a little something like this. Looks a little bit like I can't miss. Hey, this is what you call a bad bit. What? This is what you call a bad bit. Looks a little something like this. Looks a little bit like I can't miss. Hey, this is what you call a bad bit. What? This is what you call a bad bit. Looks a little something bit like I can't.
Op 'n bewolkte dag in Windhoek is dit absoluut die regte tyd om wyn te proe, want dit voel of jy in die Kaap is, maar ons is nie. Hallo Renée Trout.
Ja, hallo.
Baie welkom. Jy is by die Wynakademie. Nou as ek aan Namibiërs dink, dan drink hulle bier. Hoe het die Wynakademie ontstaan?
Okay, so dis 'n ek werk by the wine shop.
Ja.
So ek is al in die wynbedryf vir so 7 jaar. En ek en my partner het by die Cape Wine Academy ons certificate gedoen. Want ons wou net bietjie ons knowledge uitsprei.
Ja.
En toe het ek laas jaar Desember in Vlotskapie Beach gesit en brandewyn gedrink. Nee.
Dan raak jy baie slim.
En het my kop gedraai en sê, wat kan ek met hierdie certificate nou gaan doen?
Ja.
Toe bel ek vir die Cape Wine Academy in die Kaap. En sê, kan ons nie julle agente word hierso? En hulle was so, what an amazing idea. Maar, een van ons moet die diploma gedoen het. So dit studying world wines.
Okay.
So ek het certificate gedoen en Irwin, my partner, hy het laas jaar Junie sy diploma klaar gedoen.
Wow.
So he studied world wines. Then you can be a teacher.
Okay.
So ons moes wag tot dit, was laas jaar Junie, en toe het ons die kontrak geteken.
So jy moet eintlik papier hê vir wyn drink. Voor jy kan mense
Ek kan
leer om
ek kan nie
dit
vir
te
iemand
doen.
sê om wyn te drink as ek dit self kan doen nie.
Self kan doen, ja.
Ja, so dit was 'n bietjie van 'n proses. Maar ja, laas jaar Junie het hy sy goed klaar gedoen. Ons het kontrak geteken en September het ons oopgemaak.
Sê vir my Renée, ek weet waar het my liefde vir wyn het begin toe ek op Stellenbosch geswat het. Waar kom jou liefde vir wyn vandaan? Ook daar, was jy ook 'n student wat gaan proe het naweke?
Yes, so ek was in die Kaap, maar ek het bedryfsingenieur geswat.
Al hoe erger.
Kan jy dit glo? Ja. So daai tyd was dit maar net bier en brandewyn.
Ja.
Maar toe kom ek na Namibië toe en ek het maar my corporate goeders begin.
Ja.
Maar it wasn't for me.
Yes.
En ek het maar net in hierdie bedryf ingekom by accident, so dit maar soos dit altyd is.
Ja.
Dave Smuts is die eienaar hier by die wine shop en ek het maar hy het my gevra asseblief run die show vir my.
Ja.
En toe begin ek maar wyn drink en nou is ek 'n wyndrinker.
So jy's nou 'n wynkonnoisseur.
Pretty much. Well, ek is nog nie heeltemal daar nie.
Jy moet aanhou proe.
Yeah, you never stop learning.
Ja.
Maar I'm well on my way.
Ja. Sê gou Renée, wat is dit van wyn spesifiek? Want jy het gesê jy het brandewyn gedrink op
Universiteit.
Vlotskap.
Yes.
Ja, en op universiteit. Daai sprong van brandewyn na wyn, Wat is dit aan wyn wat vir jou so lekker maak? Dat jy nou juist kies om 'n glas wyn te drink eerder as iets anders.
Dis baie snaaks, as nou met pelle kom en ons gaan uit wat gaan drink, is dan ek drink nou wyn.
Ja.
Ek weet nie, dis maar net vir my it's a very social aspect ook, né? En ek is 'n entrepreneur as well, so as ek meetings het en goed is dit maar kom ons eet iets en drink 'n glasie wyn.
Ja.
It's a bit more
Maak mense
sophisticated.
vinnig, gemaklik en
Yes.
ontvanklik vir jou idees.
Yes, dit ook.
Ja.
En ek het ons nou klomp wyn ouens wat nou kom en
Ja.
ons drink baie wyn en ons het klomp idees.
Ja. Renée, die akademie spesifiek. So kom leer jy hier oor wyn, so ek en
Yes.
Joe, sy bly in Simbabasia, so hulle drink brandewyn. Maar as Joe nou wil kom leer oor
Yes, okay.
sturvy wyn,
Ja.
so dan wat presies doen julle?
Okay, so dit werk so die Cape Wine Academy, hulle het klomp kursusse wat jy kan doen. Maar ons het nou 'n paar gekies wat ons dink vir die Namibiese mark sal goed wees.
Ja.
So jy begin met die wine service course. It's
Okay.
very basic. So it's for bartenders, for waiters and people.
So basies, wat sal jy bedien saam met kos?
Nee,
Service, serve.
yes. Maar eers leer jy wat is rooi wyn, wat is wit wyn.
O, okay. Is dit
Waarkom-
nie net hy's rooi en hy's wit nie?
Nee, das
En rooi druiwe maak rooi wyn en wit druiwe.
nee.
Okay.
Alle druiwe is wit. Dis net die peel wat rooi is. Wat
Die wat is rooi?
the peel,
Okay.
die skin,
Ja.
dis hoekom hy rooi is, maar binnekant is hy nog steeds wit.
Oh,
So dis een van die goedes wat jy gaan leer.
ek
Verstaan jy?
Ek gaan inskryf,
Yes.
ja.
So basic wine service, dan gaan jy na SA wine course, dan certificate, dan masterclass. Dis reg.
Nee, rooi en nie by. Okay, rooi en nie wit. Okay, ja. So jy begin basies, dis jou basiese.
Yes, en dan klim jy op soos jy wil gaan.
Okay.
Ons het hom maar so gekies, daar's klomp ander goed wat jy kan doen, maar
Is daar spesifieke kursusse wat nou meer gewild is onder Namibië spesifiek?
So die service is baie gewild. So
Is
ons het klaar vir tops gedoen, Maroa tops.
Ja.
Al die tops is. Ons het 'n paar lodges wat on board is en hulle
Okay.
soek spesifiek die service.
Ja.
Want dis 'n groot probleem in ons land, ons almal weet dit.
Dit is ja. Sê gou Renée, kry julle ook mense van wynland goedere wat nou byvoorbeeld hulle wyn hier kom bekendstel hier, dat jy nou spesifieke
Yes.
produkte bekendstel hier by julle?
Yes, maar dit het niks met die skool te doen.
O, dis nou weer heel
dis
iets
weer wine
anders.
tastings, ja.
Oh, okay.
So dis ons is saam met the wine shop and the wine academy.
Okay, so dit is
is
'n hele
sommer een
breë,
storie,
ja, alles te doen
saam.
met wyn, ja.
Yes. En hulle ondersteun ons baie
Ja.
met die skool, met the wine shop, maar as die wynmakers kom, doen ons 'n private proef soos môre aand.
Okay.
Het ons 'n proef wat ons aanbied.
Okay.
Maar
Dan is
ons-
dit nou 'n spesifieke wyn wat julle
Want ja, maar ons doen dit nou self, dan kan ons verskillende wyne kies en dan yes, maar as 'n wynmaker soos by Cederbok of Grotepoort,
Ja.
as hulle
ja.
kom, dan doen ons net hulle wyne.
Ja. Sê gou, hoe lank vat dit om so 'n kursus te voltooi?
So die service en die SA wine is alles soos one day. So
Dis een dag.
van 8 to 5, ja.
Wow.
Maar jy is baie teorie, dan skryf jy eksamen
Ja.
en dan doen ons 'n proef.
Is daar al mense wat gedop het?
Nog nie. Amper.
Kan ek die teorie dop maar die prakties deurkom?
Nee, dan, jy kan.
Nou jy's op kamera.
Nee, maar jy kry nie sertifikaat as jy dop.
Oh damn.
Maar jy kan nog steeds die
Enige planne, Jou gaan nou hierna met jou vernoot gesels oor spesifiek die wyn en die druiwe wat ek nou heeltemal verkeerd gehad het. Is daar enige planne vir die toekoms wat julle nog graag wil uitbrei in Namibië?
Yes, ons het net nou begin eers.
Ja.
En dit was September so einde van die jaar,
Ja.
maar ons het 'n groot projek nou geland. Ek sal dit maar nou sê, dis van Ongawa Lodges.
Wow.
En as jy eers een van daai groots op die onboard het, dan sal dit 'n snowball
So
effek
dit
wees.
beteken julle gaan hulle oplei of wat
Ja,
is
so
die
die ding
projek?
is ons is eintlik hier is ons perseel, want
Ja.
ons het die wyne hier, so ons het daar's die training room daar binne.
Ja.
Alles is hier, maar ons gaan ook uit.
Okay. Dis 'n wonderlike storie. Baie dankie
Yes.
dat jy saam met my gekuier het.
Yes.
Jou gaan hierna vir julle leer hoe om wyn te drink.
Ja.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Daar's min wat die mense mooi van hoor, maar ek staan hierso by Erwin Manu. Erwin, thank you very much. You are the guy at the wine shop. This is your baby. And what a beautiful surname, Manu. You say that you're from Zimbabwe.
Yes,
Tell
I
us a
am.
bit about that.
Grew up in Zimbabwe, born and raised in Harare, Chitungwiza. Started studying tourism and hospitality. Went to Midland State University. Then a couple of years ago, 8 to be precise, I crossed over to Namibia.
Well, and aren't we all better off for it? Erwin, your love, and as your partner expressed it, Renee said you are absolutely passionate about wine. Where does that love come from?
Yeah, it took me by surprise. I grew up in a household where no one was really drinking any form of alcohol. But along the journey in my hospitality training and working, I met some interesting people. And without any form of training, they were so passionate, and it sort of rubbed on me. And looking into that, I think the greatest thing that really prompted this passion was to bridge the gap, to make wine less intimidating to a lot of people. So I think that was my drive.
That is, you've got that down to a T, because wine is intimidating. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I very often just say it's very nice, because I have no idea what I am dealing with. What is it that makes wine so intimidating?
I would say one, it's the language that is used. Most of the terms borrowed all over the world are French terms, which we are afraid that people will hear us pronounce them wrongly. People will laugh at us. People will think we are less educated. But I think it's more fun if you realize that no one is born with wine vocabulary. I'm talking about the descriptors that you hear us use. For example, I'll take a bottle, I'll say I'm smelling plums, I'm smelling blueberries.
Yes, what is that?
These fruits we are familiar with, but to put what we are smelling into words, it takes practice. There is a tendency to be drinking more red than white, but it's also divided across social divide. And it also happens to be more towards what food the populace mostly consume. Namibia is a red meat country.
Yes.
And it so happens that red wine pairs well with kapana, braai,
Fantastic.
You name it. So white tends to be less than red in Namibia.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long does it take? How long have you been drinking wine, and how much wine must you drink before you're a connoisseur?
People say I'm a connoisseur, but I believe I'm not there yet. I believe it's a lifelong journey for wine education for me. I don't think I'm going to ever stop wanting to learn about wine. But as we said, we want to make this more fun and less intimidating. And I believe for your palate to be refined, yes, you have to drink lots. For example, you can only critique a Sauvignon Blanc if you have drank a fair amount of Sauvignon Blanc. So you cannot drink one bottle and you start judging Sauvignon Blanc, because there are different types. I'll just mention a few, using Sauvignon Blanc as an example. We have the green fruit kind of Sauvignon Blanc. We have tropical fruit kind of Sauvignon Blanc. We have the wooded Sauvignon Blanc. We have the fresh, which is stainless steel, no barrel. We have one which have been stirred on the lees. So those are just 5 basic types. We have a combination of both. So you can only critique this if you have tried quite a number. But I like the initiative such as the Namibia Wine School, or Wine School Namibia rather. It's good for Namibians, and looking at the fee structure, because everyone will be like, oh, that's exorbitant and everything. Accredited fully by Cape Wine Academy, the biggest wine school in Africa. We offer the courses at more or less the same prices they will offer you in Cape Town.
Yes.
With no traveling costs, no accommodation, and no inconveniences. So I think it's a bigger step that people should take. And yeah, but it's all about passion. Don't worry about the quantity, as it is all about passion.
It's all about the passion.
Yeah.
There is this perception that, well, I suppose with a lot of drinks, but with wine, that it can become extremely expensive. Just to be a name dropper or a money dropper, what is the most expensive bottle of wine you've got here?
I would say that will be the Ciderbeck Tinderwag 2015. That's 2,176.
A bottle.
Yeah.
Can one pay that off?
There is something special. With everything that we love, we have to understand what goes into what we drink.
Exactly.
Yes. Even water these days, water bills are expensive because there is water treatment that goes into it. Just to give an example, the Arabella Sauvignon Blanc have been given a double gold from Michelangelo.
That's amazing.
Exactly. So don't be intimidated by prices. And also, some people are stuck only with the name. It's a habit. As human nature, we are stuck with only one name that we know.
Yes.
But tend to explore and come to the wine shop. I'll advise you.
Well, I can't wait to browse these shelves. And bly by ons. Ons gaan so 'n bietjie wyn proe en vir jou wys hoe word dit gedoen. Henriette, dis tyd om klaasie te wees.
Geen dooswyn vir ons nie.
Geen papsak, geen kaalgat, geen tassies. Irvin, you are going to show us how it's done. And you're going to start by opening a bottle. What is it that we're tasting?
Today, I'm going to give you Boland One Formation Shiraz 2020. I thought with this lovely weather, it brings it a bit of spiciness to it, packing spices more or less.
Spice Girls.
Yes,
Spice Girls.
and a bit of white pepper, we should expect it. I think it will warm us up.
I think that sounds brilliant. Is jy reg, Jikkie?
Mix dit met Coke. Nou,
No, we can't mix it with Coke. Okay. You're opening.
Okay.
While you're opening,
Okay.
just tell us a little bit about, there's quite, I don't even want to call it a procedure, there's a ritual when it
Okay.
comes to wine tasting.
Yes.
What are you supposed to do?
All right. It's a few steps. Yeah, they call it the wine tasting ritual, wine tasting procedure, but it's quite simple whilst we get to it. So the good part is we have an open wine, we have glasses ready. So I'm going to teach you all about wine tasting today. So we look at our cork. And our cork looks good. Looks good. Looks fine.
How do you know it looks good?
It's the wood is not chipped. The wood is not damaged. It smells like wine. It doesn't smell like cardboard, nail polish, or vinegar. So our wine is in its purest form. that we
Tassies
would
het nie
want.
'n kurk nie.
nee.
Okay, cork. There we go.
Yeah.
En dit moet nie soos nail polish ruik nie.
Ek sal nie weet nie. Okay, right.
Alright.
Well, you've put something in there. What is that?
This is some of the tools of the trade that I have. It's just a pourer, but my pourer is a bit unique. It have a division inside here. So as I pour out the wine, it actually also aerates a bit.
That's
the
right,
wine.
because apparently it has to breathe.
It have to breathe. Since we haven't put it in a decanter, this will help us get a bit of air when we are pouring.
Vandat jy 'n bottel wyn oopmaak tot jy hom drink, het jy hoe lank staan hy?
2 sekondes.
Exactly. They're all yours.
Ladies first. Okay.
Oh, that looks delicious. Hou yourself in, Hetty.
I've got to...
Gaan jy nou jou wyn in die neus in jou neus in die wyn se sake druk. Ek het nog nie gedrink, jy hoor, ek maak is op pad. Okay, right. So what if we know what we're doing, what are we supposed to do?
Okay. So the first thing is to hold your glass by the stem. So that we don't transfer our temperature to the wine.
Okay.
Yes.
Anders is dit lewe.
So the first thing we want to do is to check the color. It will be, the ideal is to use a white background, but this is okay. So we are looking 45 degrees into the wine.
45 degrees, Hetty. Weet jy wat dit is?
So 45 degrees into the wine, you want to see the color. This is, I would say, my finger is not very clear. So it's medium to deep garnet, because it's not ruby. It's now starting to have a bit of brownish color in the meniscus, like in the edges. They're starting to be a small brownish color. You're tilting it. Tilt it away from yourself.
Oh, like that.
Yes, so away from yourself, so you look directly like that. So there's starting to be a bit of brownish color in the end, in the meniscus. So that's a bit of garnet. So by the color already, it's either it was put in a barrel for some time, or it's starting to mature. It's not a young wine. If it's a red
You
wine,
could see that in the color.
these are suggestions. We need
Oh,
to
okay.
conclude with the smell and the
Okay.
taste.
Okay,
But
cool.
these are suggestions that the color is giving us. If we're seeing a bluish or a purplish color, that is a young wine.
Wow.
Yeah.
So blou in die gesig, dan is hy jong.
Dan sê jong.
So that's color. Color is very important. Then you swirl your glass, but you can do it here.
Okay, moenie mors Hetty.
So you're giving some air to the wine to open up, so that the aromas and the bouquet can really come alive. Then you put your nose into it. Oh, lovely. A lot of blueberries, plummy, blackberries.
Wat ruik jy?
Blackberry.
Van wanneer af weet jy hoe smaak 'n blackberry?
Dis ons moerbeye, is dit nie?
Nee.
Dis blackberry se moer.
Nee, dis mulberry.
Okay.
There is a lot of dark berries that we're getting there, but there is a bit of sweetness. Can you feel it? Smell a bit of sweetness, something sweet coming from the nose.
Yeah.
I'm getting a hint of vanilla from there, and also some, think cinnamon, think cardamom.
My neus gaan los.
Let's put it as sweet baking spices.
Yes,
that we're
definitely.
getting.
Let's
Sweet
definitely.
baking spices. And as it opening up now, take it slowly to your nose. The white pepper that I was talking about is now coming alive because of the air that we have given there. Okay, so this is the second step. We have seen the wine, we have smelled the wine. Now, the moment of truth.
Okay.
So you take the wine, aerate it a bit also in your mouth. Try to coat every inch of your mouth and
This
take a sip.
aeration thing is where you go.
Let me do it whilst you sip.
Okay.
Yeah. Amazing.
Soos gorrel.
Nee, gordel is. Hierdie is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
You
try.
just put it inside where your mouth starts, and let a bit of air there.
Nee, ek het gesluk. Dokter het gesê jy moet sluk.
Ek is sluk, ek is bitter.
Do you have to spit it out?
Professionally, if you're consuming a lot of wine, you need to test so that you can have longevity on testing. And also so that you don't get drunk faster. But yeah, it's not a must that you must always spit. Yeah.
It's really nice.
Baie lekker. Baie lekker, Joe.
The tannins are well rounded, but
What
that's
are tannins?
tannins. So this grape skins, it's the drying effect that we get in the mouth. It comes from the grape skins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what's causing it?
Those are tannins.
Moenie vir my lag, jy het dit ook nie geweet nie.
Jy het gaan Google voor ons gekom het.
Nie van grape skins nie.
And you can feel that spiciness I was talking about. In the mouth is very apparent. There's a bit of spices, that white pepper we're talking about, a bit of herbaceousness as well. It's coming alive on the palate.
The more I drink, the more it comes alive.
Joe, ek dink ons moet nou groet.
Ja.
En dan gaan sit ons 3 nou daar op die stoep en ons soek die rooi witpeper. Ek wil dit uitskit, verstaan jy? Dat dit die witpeper uit is.
This is a wine that is calling out for a lempoiki.
A lampoikie. This man knows his stuff.
Stoel wine.
Thank you very much. Ons gaan nou hierdie heerlike wyn drink. Jy moet 'n fantastiese naweek hê. Kom kuier hierso, kom kry vir jou wyne met verskriklike impressive pedigrees vir jou braaivleis of hoe sê jy dit dan?
Vir jou potjie.
Vir jou
stoel.
vir jou potjie, vir jou stew. Great naweek and cheers.
Cheers.
Prost jy.